Hello everybody, it's your girl BeeSparrow from BuzzzTweet Radio, and as promised, I wanted to come back on here and talk about NicholasTartaglione, retired cop, murderer, and ExCellMate of Jeffrey Epstein. According to thedailymail.com, Jeffrey Epstein's ex-cop quadruple murderer cellmate tells how he saved the billionaire pedophile's life when he found him unconscious following prison suicide attempt. Metropolitan Correctional Center inmate NicholasTartaglione says he helped thwart Jeffrey Epstein's prison suicide last Tuesday night. Epstein reportedly tried to hang himself inside the high-security Manhattan jail. According to Tartaglione's lawyer, the two prisoners had struck up a friendship by bonding over the prison's deplorable conditions. Tartaglione is a former NYPD cop accused of killing 4 people over a botched drug deal back in 2016. So Jeffrey Epstein's cellmate says he saved the billionaire's pedophile's life during his recent suicide attempt inside Metropolitan Correctional Center in New York. NicholasTartaglione, a former NYPD officer accused of killing 4 men over a drug deal gone wrong, claims he found Epstein unconscious on Tuesday night. Epstein, 66, tried to hang himself before Tartaglione, 49, quickly called for help, according to the New York Daily News. Investigators were initially trying to determine whether Tartaglione had assaulted Epstein or whether the billionaire financier had attempted to end his own life when he was found in the cell. Epstein was rushed to the hospital with neck injuries, while Tartaglione was questioned about Epstein's behavior and mental state in the hours before he was found on the floor. However, Tartaglione's attorney Bruce Barkett told DailyMail.com on Friday that the pair had struck up a close friendship following Epstein's arrest on July 6. The twosome were in the same special housing unit, which is home of 99 inmates who pose a security risk or have violated disciplinary rules. Muscle-bound Tartaglione is accused of murdering 4 men following a botched cocaine deal in December 2016. Attorney General William Barr declared back in March that prosecutors would be seeking the death penalty over the callous crime. Tartaglione is alleged to have lured his 4 victims to a bar in upstate New York before he held them against their will and then killed them. He reportedly shot 3 of the men in the back of their heads. Police say he was aided by another former New York City officer, Joseph Biggs, at age 57. The pair allegedly drove the bodies to Tartaglione's farm about 30 minutes away and buried them in a wooded area. Meanwhile, Tartaglione's attorney told DailyMail.com that his client had bonded with Epstein over the horrible conditions inside the Metropolitan Correctional Center. Barkett said that the MCC was an inherently bad place because the lights are on all the time and the frosted glass means no direct sunlight. The only time inmates can spend outside is the rare occasion they are allowed to exercise to the exercise yard, which is on the roof of the building, but that has a cage on top. He said at times prisoners are kept for days in their cells because the guards are too lazy to let them out. The place is infested with insects and rodents, and there is black mold in the shower. Most of the cells have leaks, so there is standing water in many of them. The guards refuse to wash the bed linen, so inmates have the same sheets for far too long. The food is barely edible, and the vents are covered in dust. The medical care is virtually non-existent. It's a small thing, but even the clocks in the attorney's visiting room doesn't have batteries because they don't replace them. Barkett said that the prison was a violent place and that Tartaglione had recently been assaulted by another inmate who put his locker lock inside a sock and hit him on the head with it. Tartaglione, the murderer who killed 4 people and buried them on his property. Okay, you want us to feel... Anyway. The rodent infestation extends to the prison commissary, where inmates can buy food and snacks, and the cells themselves. Barkett said, a week ago, Nick woke up and realized he'd accidentally smothered a rat in his sleep. It's disgusting. Epstein was in prison at MCC after being charged with molesting girls at his homes in New York and West Palm between 2002 and 2005. He has pleaded not guilty to 2 charges. He did plead not guilty to 2 charges of sex trafficking and was due in court on Wednesday. Nicholas Tartaglione. Oh, I just had his story up and now it won't come up. Okay. Retired New York officer accused of killing 4 in drug deal. This article was written in December of 2016. So, a retired police officer killed 4 men while involved in a conspiracy to distribute cocaine, prosecutors said. Nicholas Tartaglione was arrested on charges of murder and conspiracy to distribute 5 kilograms and more of cocaine. While all murders tear at the fabric of our communities, when the alleged perpetrator of a gangland-style quadruple homicide is a former police officer, that strikes at the heart of civilized society. Oh, said the U.S. Attorney. Tartaglione, 49, of Otisville, retired from the Briarcliff Manor Police Force on disability in 2008. He rescued dogs and horses on his 65-acre farm and was reported looking for a new job with the Mount Vernon Police Department. Tartaglione is accused of killing Martin Luna, Urbano Santiago, Miguel Luna, and Hector Gutierrez. They all disappeared April 11th. Surveillance video from that day shows the victims exiting their car outside a Chester diner in the same plaza as Liquid Lounge, a bar owned by Tartaglione's brother. Prosecutors believe the former officer murdered the men inside the bar. Nicholas began his career as a law enforcement agent in the 1990s for Mount Vernon and Paulding Police Departments. In 1996, he joined the Barcliff Manor Police Department. In 1999, he was suspended following his arrest on perjury charges. He was accused by Westchester prosecutors of lying at a Department of Motor Vehicles hearing regarding a drunk driving arrest he had made. He was acquitted at the trial, but Village fired him on departmental charges. In 2003, he sued to get his job back with $320,000 in back pay. He claimed that authorities concocted the perjury allegations as a way to remove him from the force, but his wrongful arrest lawsuit against the Village and District Attorney's Office was dismissed. In October 2008, he retired from the police with an annual pension of $65,176. He was also involved in animal rescue, helping parents who ran a dog grooming business. Dapper Dog in Nyack, New York. He was rescuing horses and dogs on a 65-acre property he recently bought in Orange County. On December 19, 2016, Tartaglione was arrested and accused of killing 4 men in a bar that his brother operated in Chester. The federal prosecutors alleged that the killings were part of a drug conspiracy that he was also charged with. The conspiracy to distribute 5 kilograms or more of cocaine. On December 20th, the bodies of 4 men were found on the property that Tartaglione had rented in Otisville in Orange County. The 4 men had been missing since April 11th. They were last seen entering Liquid Lounge, the bar that was owned by Tartaglione's brother. On June 1st, 2017, Joseph Biggs, a Nanuet resident and security guard for the Green Bar Graham School District in Hastings on Hudson, was arrested in the case. He and Tartaglione was charged in a 17-count superseding indictment, which added firearms and kidnapping charges to the murder and drug conspiracy charges. A brief appearance in White Plains Federal Court on September 19, 2017, revealed that prosecutors believed Tartaglione was not present when 3 of the men were killed in April 2016. Prosecutors said that Tartaglione and Biggs are believed to have lured Martin Luna to Liquid Lounge because he owed money from a drug operation, and that Luna brought the other 3 men who were not involved in the narcotics ring. Martina Luna's death was ruled a homicide, but a specific manner of death was unclear. The other 3 men were shot, but not in the presence of Tartaglione, according to prosecutors, who believe that all 4 men were killed at the bar. Nicholas Tartaglione was assaulted at the Metropolitan Correctional Center in Manhattan, where he has been held since his arrest on February 28, 2018, and his lawyer said he suffered a fractured eye socket bone, which needed reconstructive surgery. On July 25, 2019, Nicholas was questioned about Jeffrey Epstein's injuries after Epstein was found nearly unconscious and sprawled on the floor of his cell in the MCC on Tuesday, July 23rd, with injuries to his neck. The investigators suspected that Epstein was assaulted in a Lower Manhattan lockup and questioned Tartaglione, who was wearing earbuds when investigators went to question him about the incident. Tartaglione claimed he had nothing and wasn't responsible for Epstein's injuries. Earlier in the month, it was revealed that Epstein was being housed in the 10 South Unit, a block of 6 cells known as the Terror Wing, because it's where the city's most dangerous federal inmates, including alleged terrorists, are held. I feel like as much of an animal as Jeffrey Epstein was, that he should not have been housed with those type of criminals. These were killers. Jeffrey Epstein was not a killer per se. He was a sexual assault pedophile. Okay, Bruce Barkett, Tartaglione's defense lawyer, had said that Epstein and Tartaglione were being housed in the same unit and doing well. After the claims that Tartaglione could have been involved in Epstein's injury, Barkett said in a statement that it was a fabrication. Any suggestion that Mr. Tartaglione assaulted anyone is a complete fabrication. He also accused the authorities of trying to retaliate against Mr. Tartaglione for complaining to the courts about the deplorable conditions at MCC. We made those complaints on Monday in open court. We warned the judge that officials at the jail would retaliate against Nick because we have been exposing the inhumane conditions at the facility. Epstein was taken to the hospital where he received treatment and has since been taken back to jail and placed on suicide watch. A source told the New York Post that authorities are leaning away from the idea that the convicted pedophile did it to himself, either to commit suicide or merely get transferred out of the infamous MCC. Tartaglione could be the first person executed on federal crimes in New York since 1953. This is after it was announced in March 2019 that prosecutors are seeking the death penalty against him. At the time, his lawyer said, unfortunate, despicable, unnecessary, unjust, egregious, thoughtless, pointless. Those are all the words that came to my mind, he said. He also added that Tartaglione had taken the news of the decision pretty well, all things considered. He's more concerned about the extra time it would take. He's focused, like we are all are, on the first part of the trial. It's your girl, BeeSparrow. Please leave your comments. I have my own suspicion. I think that I gotta look at his name to pronounce it. Tartaglione. I think that Tartaglione may have been involved in the death of Jeffrey Epstein. That's just my opinion. It just looks suspicious to me. Please leave your thoughts down below. Like this video, unlike it, whatever. Please subscribe. You subscribe to my channel, I subscribe to yours. It's your girl BeeSparrow, BuzzzTweet Radio, and I'm out.